Hey everybody, Blackbean9053 here, coming to you with another deck profile of my friend Chris and his Prediction Princess deck.
Well, it's called Prediction Dolls, but whatever. Alright,
Yeah.
let's see. First off, the Talamaya, basically your boss monster of the deck. It's what allows you to keep going through with your plays. You set your Patabu like 9 times out of 10. Opponent's turn, flip it, do any of the effects of it. And 1 coin. This is because of the fact that when you set it and it gets flipped, it's a damage step effect, so they can't stop you summoning it. And normally summoning out something that's 3k is good. You can't use the effect, but it's still 3k wall they can't get over. Now the shadoll part, 3 shadoll beast for drawing. 2 squamata so that you can foolish whichever of the shadolls you need. 2 hedgehog because you need to add your cards and also gets your spell card faster. 2 dragon, it's your MST, and at damage step it's a compulse, so. 1 falco, I don't really use it as a tuner, I more use it as a generator where it will keep my plays going. That's the shadoll engine. This is the other cards that you run. Triple Manju, because it's Manju. 3 Spirit of the Felwinds, because it's a rota for your deck. Every card that you have basically is a flip. 2 Pot of the Forbidden. This is what I was talking about earlier with Talamaya. Basically, this is your target that you would ditch for the ritual summon, and then Talamaya allows you to use any of the 4 effects, either draw, what's that thing? Returns all spell and cards to the hand, it's a Raigeki, and also it's a Dust Shoot, so you have choices. Last card I'm running, Fairy Tale Snow. I run it because it's a Book of the Moon, and then it allows you to go into your rank 4s a lot easier. And since you run the Shadolls, you tend to fill up the graveyard very quickly, so banishing 7 for the cost of the summon isn't exactly hurting you. That's all the monsters. Spells are 3 Prediction Ritual. This is how you get into Talamaya. And also when you banish it from the graveyard after the turn that you activate it, you can add any of your Prediction Princess cards to your hand. 3 of the card, which is why the deck is playable. Pre-preparation of rights, because activate it, you instantly +1. And if you have Spirit of the Felwinds, it's the 2-card combo that's known with this deck. So you can add Taboo, and then this would add the predictions. 3 Shadoll Fusion and 1 El Shadoll. This is for play disruption, this is just for general. Triple Instant Fusion, because as you saw earlier, I run Norden and I run other cards. 2 Swords of Concealing Light, because it's an out to everything. Basically, since I don't feel like running Kaijus and this is more of a mass. And then you would flip Forbidden and then you can Raigeki everything. Turn afterwards, you can actually, if you flip Forbidden up again, you can return this back to your hand so you can use it for later. And last one-offs, 1 Book of Moon and 1 Foolish. And that's the main deck. I do not run any trap cards.
Traps suck nowadays anyways.
Unless you're playing Magic Specters. I hate those things.
Are you playing any old rogue deck?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright, next on to the extra deck. 1 Norden, as I said. And since I run Beast, I also run 2 Panzer Dragon, so I can go into rank 5s. Because while they're not very much used, they are still very powerful.
Yeah, they're just there for certain aspects.
One of this guy, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Basically, when you summon out this card, your opponent can't. This is mainly for blue eyes because they can't use their spells to get any of their dragons out of their hand or out of the.
Yeah, we just call that the watered shadoll.
Yeah. This card that spiked in price so fast.
2 chicken alligators.
Yep. I got it before any of that happened because of the trains. This is any of your shadolls, and then you pop Forbidden, and then you're able to just get the Forbidden back with Talamias. Last of the shadolls is 2 El Shaddol Winda.
This is shadoll fusions out there. Since you don't have Construct.
Don't remind me. I would be playing 3 Snow if Construct was back. This is from prior, because I was messing around with some builds. Because I ran a Djinn engine with a tour guide, so I could go into ally card, pop a card, and then Down Magician. I've always just wanted to run her, so. And I had room in the extra deck. 1 Silent Monarch, because it's Silent Monarch. 1 Rebellion XCs, because this deck's base attack is 27, so if it's 3k, I can't deal with it.
Pretty self-explanatory there.
Yeah. Abyss Dweller, because it absolutely destroys certain matchups. There's some Burning Abyss still, so they can't play. Blue Eyes can't get any of their effects. So using this and then Power Forbidden, Raigeki the board, and now none of the effects activate, so they're stuck. And the rank 5s, Keeper Armageddon, this is to pop Scales, Wind Up Zenmain. I only summon this thing out if I Swords of Concealing, because then I would be able to pop 2 of the cards.
Mayo, not Zenmain.
Rank 5 pop everything, that's what it is.
Okay.
Basically, you would Swords of Concealing, activate this, pop 2 of the cards, and then you could pot a Forbidden and put the Concealing back into your hand to use for later. Last but not least, my sort of side deck. I'd never really use it, but it's some cards I have.
It's there just in case.
Amaterasu. I used this once because of the fact that I was versing, what was it? I was versing Magispectors, and I don't know why he decided to swing in. Oh wait, no, he didn't swing into it. He activated one of the traps, I forgot what it was, but it targets to banish. This thing's effect automatically would activate since it got targeted. Flip it up, and then I banished everything on the board. So his Scales, his back row, front row, so everything went. Triple Mind Crush, because I had them and I don't know anything else to put in. The other Snow, Power Forbidden, and then the rank 3 engine of double Demolisher and Tour Guide,
yeah.
And that's the deck.
Any other comments or anything about the deck?
It's really cheap and really consistent. A lot of people don't expect it, so if you
How's
feel
the
like
matchups?
Matchups are good. My worst, probably the worst matchup is normally just Pendulum decks in general, just because of the fact that while you can wipe the board, you can't keep doing that over and over again, so they'll just keep Pendulum summoning over and over. And since I don't run things like Solemn and Strike, I can't deal with it. In my normal side deck, I do have 2 Solemns and a Strike, but I sold those. But against other decks like Blue Eyes and stuff, this has a very good matchup because of the fact that you blow up their board before they put out Azure Eyes or any of those, so they can't keep their board, and then you can constantly keep looking at their hands, spinning stuff away, forcing them to only special summon once, and basically lock them out of playing.
So overall, this is you would say this is good for the meta?
It's good against the meta. It's good against rogue decks. Basically, it's a cheap. I give it a high tier 2 rating because it can fight meta decks, but obviously in Yu-Gi-Oh! Money speaks, so.
Alright. So that concludes the deck profile. This is Blackman 953 coming to you with my friend Chris's shadoll Princess deck.
Prediction
And
doll.
we're out.